Greetings, mathematicians. Mrs. Drum here for another lesson on subtracting fractions. Today we are going to subtract fractions from one whole. Let's get started. Look at the notes for today. Let's review. Number 1 says in order to add or subtract fractions, the denominators must be blank. Number 2 says when the numerator and the denominator of a fraction are the same, the fraction is equal to blank. Turn and talk with your partner to answer these questions. Pause the video and replay when you are ready. In order to add or subtract fractions, the denominators must be the same. When the numerator and the denominator of a fraction are the same, the fraction is equal to one whole. Let's get started with today's lesson. Look at number 1. We have 1 minus 3/8. Let's think about a few things before we solve. Are the denominators the same? No. Next question. Do we have two fractions to subtract? No. We have a whole number and a fraction. How can we convert 1 into a fraction? What would that fraction be? Turn and talk with your partner. Pause the video and replay when you are ready. We remembered that 1 is a fraction when the numerator and the denominator are the same. So since our denominator is 8ths in the second fraction, we can rename the one whole as 8/8. Let's rewrite our equation and solve. We have 8/8 minus 3/8, which equals 5/8. Let's try another one. 1 minus 3/4. What fraction do we need to convert one whole into? Turn and talk to your partner. Pause the video while you work and replay when you are ready. We need to convert one whole into 4/4. Now rewrite the equation. 4/4 minus 3/4. Find the difference. Work with your partner and replay when you are ready. 4/4 minus 3/4 equals 1/4. Look at problem 2. We have 1 and 1/5 minus 2/5. Before we solve, let's think about a few questions. Are the denominators the same? Yes, they both have fifths. Do we have two fractions to subtract? No. We have a mixed number and a fraction. In order to subtract these, we need to change the mixed number into an improper fraction. To do this, we know that the one whole is going to equal 5/5. Since the 1/5 is with the one whole, we need to add 5/5 and 1/5 together. So now we have 6/5. Let's rewrite our equation with the improper fraction. 6/5 minus 2/5. Now we can subtract. 6/5 minus 2/5 is equal to 4/5. Let's try another one. 1 and 2/10 minus 7/10. The first thing we need to do is change the mixed number into an improper fraction. Work with your partner. Pause the video and replay when you are ready. We know that one whole is equal to 10/10. Since 2/10 is part of the mixed number, we need to add it to the 10/10. So now we have 10/10 plus 2/10 equals 12/10. Rewrite the equation with the improper fraction and then solve. Work with your partner. Pause the video while you work and replay when you are ready. Now our equation is 12/10 minus 7/10. Whoopsies, let me make a correction on that real quick. Okay, so 12/10 minus 7/10. so that equals 5/10. Your assignment is to complete the problem set number 2B, 2C, 2D, 2F, and number 3. When you are finished, please check your work with the answer key at the front of the room. If you need to make corrections, please do so. If you aren't sure why a question is wrong, please raise your hand and I'll be over to help. The problem set and your notes for today can go in your Shark folder. Next, you will need to work on the exit ticket. Make sure your name is on it and turn it into the turn-in tray when you are finished. Then you can work on any of the can-do options. Great job working hard today. I'll see you next time.